Good morning and welcome everybody then to session 4 of the 2017 Herts ASA County Championships. Two exciting sessions today. The first one, we've got the 100 freestyle for the boys, and then we've got the 100 breaststroke for the girls, and then this afternoon a mirror image of that. So there should be some fast swimming in both sessions. We had some excellent swimming yesterday, and I'm sure we're going to have some more excellent swimming today. So we'll do a test start, and then we'll be ready to start the 100 freestyle, 18 heats, just the 4 swimmers in the first heat, and then we go through with 17 full sets of heats. Entry times for the first heat, 1:22, and then we go down to sub-minute, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heats, all the seed times under the minute. The fastest entrant overall, James Woodward, Potters Bar, 53:10. So the format today, the same as yesterday. The heats of the event, preliminary heats. And then the top 8 in each age group will be into the final, 10 and 11 age group combined. And then the top 8 swimmers will be in their age group final, 10, 11 age group final, and the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and over. And the finals will be after the 2 events of this session. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at Herts ASA, and also we have live streaming of this session on YouTube with both the cameras and the audio, and you can see that either live or you can play it back later today or whenever after the event. So our first event today, event 201, the boys 100 meter freestyle. This is heat 1, referee. So lane 3, we have Henry Catterfield, Hatfield. Henry Baxendale in 4 for Hatfield. Fergus Reid in 5 for Costa. Theo Lim for Watford in lane 6. 4 lengths front crawl. Lane 1, closest to the scoreboard. Lane 8, closest to the spectator area with the lane numbers on the starting blocks. And the scoreboard there, you'll see up the far side, giving the split times. So it's our fastest swimmer so far, Henry Baxendale, turns on a 37.46. And then just beside him, a Fergus Reid of Costa with the green hat, just moving up into lead. Actually, it's green trunks, and it's a white hat, I think, silvery hat. And they come down towards the final turn now. All our heats, fastest swimmer by entry time in lane 4. And the slower swimmers in the outside lanes. Lane 8 being the slowest seed time. But in this particular one, we've got Fergus Reid of Costa moving away from the rest of the field, almost a body length as he comes in to stop the clock. And again, the scoreboard will show the times in finishing order, with Fergus finishing on a 1:18.63. So that's a good 5 seconds under his entry time. So an excellent first heat for us to kick the day off. Heat 2, referee. Ethan Ivelaw Chapman in 1, Lewis Dormer in 2, David Badcock in 3, Harry Roberts in 4, Kobe Cornwell in 5, Ethan Howard in 6, Daniel Hollis in 7, Jack Burst Whistle in 8. So some of these swimmers swimming to get into their respective finals. The results will be posted on the walls, so for the swimmers down at the turn end, you can see them from yesterday, printed out and posted on the wall. And for the spectators, they're down the bottom of the stairs from the spectator area and along towards the right-hand side. We also have a couple of TV screens, touch screens, where you can see the results. And they should be online as well. We had a few issues yesterday with the technology getting stuff online, but they hopefully those are fixed today, so you can see the results online after the event. So not throughout the event, but after the event. So meanwhile, this particular heat, very fast. In the middle of the pool, once again, lane 5, Kobe Cornwell for Potters Bar, coming in and winning his heat 1:16.49. So that's 5 seconds under his entry time. All these younger swimmers would be too surprised if they do a lot better than their entry time. And obviously as you get older, it's harder and harder to reduce your entry time. We move to heat 3 then, referee. Charlie Stanbury in lane 1, Jake Moore in 2, Luca Wilson in 3, Henry Newbury Kemp in 4, Thomas Godfrey in 5, Lucas Hartley in 6, Alexander Mason in 7, and Jason Hicks in lane 8. And it's lane 4 with the early advantage from Hemel, Henry Newbury Kemp. Moving away from the rest of the field, not too far behind him, Alexander Mason of Potters Bar in lane 7. And in lane 1, Charlie Stanbury for Potters Bar also. Those are the top 3 at the halfway point. Henry turning on a 34.81, so that's somewhere around the 1:15 mark. He's entered on a 1:17.52, so let's see if he can beat that. As he's holding on to that lead as they come down towards the turn end at the 75-metre mark. He turns up quite early. He's been pushed now by Charlie Stanbury of Potters Bar over in lane 1. They might not be aware of each other. Charlie breathing to his right, so he may be able to see across, whereas Henry's just keeping his head down and going. But Charlie Stanbury has a slight advantage. He's going to be on the touch as they come in for that last couple of strokes. Charlie Stanbury takes the win, 1:14.05. Henry Newbury Kemp, 1:14.10 in second, and third, the other end of the pool, Alexander Mason, Potters Bar, 1:14.87. All of the results, of course, subject to the referee's confirmation. So just because I say someone's won doesn't necessarily mean that they have won. Need to check the results afterwards. They may have been disqualified, or I may have seen it differently. Heat 4, referee. William McGilvery in 1, James Atwell in 2, Leonardo Malagoli in 3, Ben Davison in 4, Thomas Chambers in 5, Nathan Whiting in 6, Patrick Kovar in 7, and Cub Madison in lane 8. And it's lane 3, moving away to start with. Leonardo Malagoli for Hertford with the silvery hat. Just beside him to his right, James Atwell of Harpenden moving forwards. And the other end of the pool, Patrick Kovar of Watford. 1, 2 and 3 at the halfway point. So it's tight at the front here. It's still Leonardo Malagoli of Hertford with the advantage in lane 3. Patrick Kovar of Watford pushing him hard. They're in different age group, and coming up the middle of the pool for the Hatfield swimmer, Thomas Chambers. But it's Malagoli who's going to take this just on the touch there. 1:13.43. Patrick Kovar second, Watford 1:13.92, and just 5 100s behind him. Fast finishing Thomas Chambers of Hatfield 1:13.97. Heat 5, referee. Jason Ho 1, Jonathan Wyman 2, Charlie Taverner in 3, Elliot Davis in 4, Oliver Carpenter 5, Matthew Martin 6, Max Hill 7, and Joshua Heasem in lane 8. Not too much to choose between them. Very close there across Wyman, Taverner, Davis and Carpenter, 2 through to 5, with Oliver Carpenter of Costa with the blue hat in lane 5, just beginning to move forward. Half a body's length advantage, turns on a 34.47. Actually, he turned on a 34.68, and it was lane 2 that turned first, but going back down towards the turn end, I think it's Carpenter has the advantage. Carpenter versus Wyman. Jonathan Wyman of Royston in lane 2 in the lead, still in the lead, kicks off the wall, slightly ahead of the rest of the swimmers. Has he got the stamina to hold on to it throughout the last 15 metres? Charlie Taverner of Watford pushing him, but Wyman still holding on to that lead. He's half a body length ahead. Carpenter coming back fast in 5, but Wyman looks like he's just going to hold on to this. Takes the win for Royston, 1:12.08. Carpenter second, 1:12.26, and third place Taverner for Watford, 1:12.46. Heat 6, referee. Daniel Ord in 1, Connor Sullivan in 2, Matthew Wyman in 3, James Gisborne in 4, Alexander Williams in 5, Kieran Burkett in 7, and Aaron Pickard in lane 8. Matthew Wyman of Royston was in the lead, but coming back now, Bishopsthorpe's as James Gisborne in lane 4, so it's Ryman versus Gisborne. Slight advantage to Gisborne, 33.28 against a 33.50. Matthew Wyman, presumably the brother of Jonathan Wyman, both Royston swimmers rather. Just fading slightly as James Gisborne of Bishop Stortford turns first. Just over half a length to go. Wyman becoming a comeback. Wyman versus Gisborne then. At the moment, Wyman just moving forward. Gisborne's going to have to work hard. It's going to be on that final touch. Who's got the final finish right? It's going to be very tight indeed. And it goes to Wyman in the end, 1:08.84. Gisborne second on a 1:08.87. And then a couple of seconds behind them on a 1:10.62. Alexander Williams for Watford. Heat 7, referee. George Williams 1, Jack Savage in 2, Sam Pye-Finch in 3, Alistair Walgrove in 4, Peter Sueska in 5, Nathaniel Hopkins in 7, Yutu Watanabe in 7, Nathaniel Hopkins in 6, and James Chapman in lane 8. George Williams of Harpenden with the silver hat in lane 1, just ahead of the rest of the field. James Chapman of Stevenage turning well as well. He turns first, 32.56 in lane 8. with the black hat. So the Stevenage swimmer just beginning to open up a slight advantage over the rest of the swimmers as Chapman moves towards the final turn. Chapman versus Williams, the two outside lanes. And then we've got Hatfield's Peter Sueska, swam well yesterday. May come back in the final length. He's pretty good on the last 25. It's just beginning to move forward as the two outside lanes start to fade. Sueska now versus Sam Pyfinch. Sam Pyfinch had a good meet yesterday as well. Pyfinch with a slight advantage, both swimming to get into their finals. Pyfinch takes the win, 108.83. Sueska in second place for Hatfield, 109.31. James Chapman for Stevenage third, 109.36. Heat 8, referee. Mark Evans of Hitchin in 1, Enzo Lim of Watford in 2, Max Elland of Hertford in 3, Keaton Ratch of Watford in 4, Taylor Coe of Chestnut in 5, and then Kieran Cook 6, Oscar Bryce 7, both Costa, Alexander Backhouse, Hatfield lane 8. Max Eland Hertford with the advantage with the silvery hat lane 3, moving away from the rest of the field pretty well, half a body length or so. Nice slow controlled stroke rate compared with the other swimmers, so a little bit faster. It's working for him though. Can he hold on to this all the way through? The others are beginning to come back at him. In particular, Oscar Bryce of Costa in 7. They move down towards the turn end for the final time. 2 or 3 meters to go. Still in the lead, Max Elland of Hertford out of the underwater phase. Half a body length ahead. He's held on to this lead, maybe extended it slightly. The only one close is Oscar Bryce of Costa. But Ellen's going to take it. Here's a winning time, a 105.10. Oscar Bryce second, 105.44. Third place, 106.20 was Keaton Ratch of Watford. Heat 9, referee. Catton in 1, Clark in 2, Green in 3, Harold 4, Arbonot 5, Thorne 6, Cornwell 7 and Patterson lane 8. All the heat's going to get closer now. Little to choose between them. Nice, smooth swimming in lane 4, but it's lane 5 with the advantage at the moment. Freddie Arbonot, Harpenden, as they come into the turn at the halfway. Arbonot turns first, 30.67, just behind him. Harold Callum, Bishop Stortford on 30.70, so just 3 100s between them. Coming back now, Noah Cornwell. He swam well yesterday as well for Potter's Bar. As they go down towards the turn end, who's going to turn first? It's Harold Callum, fastest entrant, entered on a 105.25. Moving away from the rest of them now slightly. A little bit more stamina and endurance to hold on to it through the whole 100 metres. Harold Callum then, Bishop Stortford takes the win, 104.07. Long way under his entry time. Good swim there, 104.63, Noah Cornwell, Potter's Bar. And then third place, 105.20, Alexander Catton of Bishop Stortford. Heat 10, referee. Harris Clayton in 1, Ollie Army 2, Morse 3, O'Brien 4, both are 5, Chipperfield 6, Ogden 7, Pestill Luke in lane 8. 104s across the board on the entry time, next to nothing to choose between them as they go into the wall, out of the wall. Ever such a slight advantage now to lane 6, Chipperfield of Stevenage. So Chipperfield leading the way, but not by much. Bishop Stortford, Ogden just next to him. Chipperfield turns first, 29.45. Ogden on a 30 dead at the turn. They go back down towards the turn end rather. Chipperfield now moving away from the rest of the field. Ogden the only one close to him. Then we've got Nicholas Botha, so two Bishop Stortford swimmers around the Stevenage swimmer. Chipperfield though still in the lead. Can he hold on to it down this back 25? Chipperfield there, but Ogden's coming back on him. Ogden in lane 7 against Chipperfield in lane 6. The other Stortford swimmer in 5 doing well at the moment. Now it's Ogden moving into lead. Thomas Ogden takes the win. Finishes 1:02.47, a long way under the 1:04 entry time. Then coming fast, Matthias Morse of Hemel in second place, 1:02.48. And Nicholas Botha, Bishop Stortford, 1:02.82. Heat 11, referee. Down into the 1:03s now. Harrison in 1, Jex 2, Adam Evans 3, Francis 4, Holland 5, Cowser 6, Campfield 7 and Coldwell lane 8. Bit more to form now, it's lane 4. Alfie Francis Potters Bar swimming the fastest. Him and Bryn Cowser. And it's Bryn Cowser. Cowser turns first, 29.10, just under the 30 mark. Cowser still holding on to this, moving away nicely. Taking with him Ed Campfield of Harpenden in lane 7. Those two, 1 and 2 as they go into the turn. Lane 1, Glenn Harrison not far behind them for Hitchin with the yellow hat. Coming off the turn though, Bryn Cowser of Bishop Stortford, black hat, lane 6. Moving away from the rest of the field. Campfield and Coldwell next to him in 7 and 8, looking like they're going to take second and third. Bryn Cowser takes the win, 1:00.93. Coldwell for Hemel second, 1:01.90. And Ed Campfield third, 1:01.91. Heat 12, referee. Bat 1, Martin 2, Donald 3, Sandu 4, Kapoor 5, Klimaszewski 6, Irvine 7 and Williamson in lane 8. Lane 4, slight advantage, Samran Sandu of Harpenden. A little bit slow off the blocks, but he's picked it up down the first 25 in the lead. Klimaszewski for Hatfield in 6, just moving into the lead. It's going to be one of those two touches and turns first. Klimaszewski it is, 29.53. Had a good session, or first two sessions yesterday. A lot of these swimmers getting into their finals for their age group. Klimaszewski then taking the lead still. Lane 6 into the turn. Off from the underwater phase. Klimaszewski in the lead. Sandu second place, Harpenden. Different age groups. Klimaszewski only 13 years old, swimming very well indeed. Comes in to finish. Takes a win, 1:00.91. Daniel Martin Costa second, 1:01.91. And third was Sandu for Harpenden, 1:02.02. I just remind people in the spectator area, if you're on the stairs, please do not stand on the stairs and please do not stand at the top of the stairs because you are obscuring the scoreboard, which is used by all the people on poolside. There are some spare seats in the spectator area, so there are enough seats for people. If you just ask people to move up or move their bags, then you should be able to sit down in the seats. Heat 13, a referee. Marco Tontonati 1, Harrow 2, Corner 3, Ollie Owen 4, Farrow 5, English 6, McCarthy 7, and Murto in lane 8. And it's lane 4, Ollie Owen of Hitchin. First entrant to be under a minute on the seed times. Entered on a 59.96, and he's moving away from the rest of the field at the moment. That's Ollie Owen. And we've got Daniel, it's not Daniel English, it's Dominic McCarthy of Hoddesdon in lane 7. Closest to Ollie Owen, but Ollie Owen way out in the lead. Good swim this, almost a body length ahead of the rest of the field. He's back up under the water almost on the return journey as the others are turning. Ollie Owen still holding on to this. Ollie Owen in first place. Hoddesdon's Dominic McCarthy in second. Is pretty tight for third. Slight advantage to Tontonati of Bishop Stortford as Ollie Owen finishes 58.84, so well under his entry time. Excellent swim there. Dominic McCarthy of Hoddesdon second, 1:00.21, and Tontonati Marco in third, 1:00.81 for Bishop Stortford. Heat 14, referee. Panasian 1, Raheem 2, Wilson 3, Hines 4, Rinkoff 5, Gould 6, McCarthy 7, Kuristeem lane 8. Getting faster every time. All these swimmers seeded under the minute mark. Fastest one, Louis Hines, 57.93. And they're all swimming well here. Slight advantage to lane 2. Ish Raheem, Berkhamsted rather, in lane 2. But I didn't see Jude Gould there of Hitchin with a yellow hat in lane 6, turning first, 27.34. Can he hold on to this? He's swimming not too badly at the moment. The others are beginning to come back on him, in particular Ish Raheem of Berkhamsted. They're going to the final turn. Gould still has it. Raheem in second place. Wilson in third for Harpenden. Half a length to go, just over. Jude Gould, yellow hat, holding on to this. Ish Raheem coming back on him. It's very close between the two of them. Gould's just going to take this one. Stops the clock, 57.53. No, I'm wrong, sorry. Ish Raheem did take it, 57.58. Gould was second, 57.62, and then third place, 58.23, Yannick Wilson of Harpenden. Clear the pool to sides, please, swimmers. Clear the pool to sides, please. Heat 15, referee. James 1, Cook 2, Owen Johnny in 3, Jones Harry in 4, Nell 5, Talensky John 6, Stewart 7, Uswishan Jones in lane 8. Such a good strong swimming in the middle of the pool here at the moment. Slight advantage to Christian Nell. Then the two Hitchin swimmers flanking him, or to his left, now to his right. They all turn around the 26 mark, mid 26, low 27s. Nell Christian of Berkhamsted in the lead, taking the two Hitchin swimmers with him. Jones, Harry Jones, Johnny Owen. Ollie Owen won his heat pretty convincingly a minute or two ago. Can Johnny do equally well? But at the moment it's Nell Christian of Berkhamsted. Nell Christian, Harry Jones, Johnny Owen. Harry the only one going to give Christian any fight for his money here is beyond that touch. Harry might take this, but no. It just went to Christian Nell rather. 56.89. Harry Jones 56.92. And then Johnny Owen, 57.55. Heat 16, referee. Ripper 1, Blank 2, Veach 3, Houston 4, Birchall 5, Jackson 6, Chanel 7, Lees in lane 8. Dropping into 53, 54's on entry time now. And up out of the first turn, Reese Houston, Hatfield in the lead with the purple hat for Hatfield. Alec Birchall just to his right in second place as they go into the first turn. Houston turns first, 25.86. Second place, Jackson. And then Chanel's. Alec Birchall beginning to fade back a little bit now, whereas Reese Houston still keeping the power down. Into the third turn, or second turn, no, third turn. Reese Houston then still with the advantage, moving away from the rest of the field. Jack Jackson, Bushy in second place. It's going to be tight for third between Birchall and Veach as Houston takes the win. His time 54.32. Jack Jackson Bushy second, 55.28. And Bradley Veach, Bishop Stortford, 55.52. Heat 17, a referee. Lydiard 1, Coombs 2, Lush 3, Alex Evans 4, Adam 5, Garrett 6, Northwood 7, and Charter Lane 8. Out of the first turn, who's coming up well? Good underwater face for all the swimmers. Alex Evans of Hitchin with the yellow hat, slight advantage. Adam Martin of Potters Bar, push him hard, and then over in lane 8, Daniel Charter, Bishop Stortford. Daniel had a good swim yesterday. And it's Charter turning first, 26.81, ahead of Evans on a 26.26. Going down towards the 75-metre mark, Charter with the advantage. Jordan Northwood of Berkhamsted being dragged with him. Adam Evans maybe in the lead now as they come off that turn. Evans comes up first. Charter just fading a little bit. It's Evans versus Adam Martin of Potters Bar. Evans with the advantage with the yellow hat in lane 4 for Hitchin at the moment. Just a few strokes to go. Adam Evans is going to take it. Sorry, Alex Evans is going to take it. 54.70. Adam Martin second. Potters Bar 55.17. And Jordan Northwood of Berkhamsted third. 55.33. Our final heat of this event, Heat 18, referee. Davis 1, Christie 2, Perry 3, Woodward 4, Shipman 5, Dyson Dyer 6, Laguda in 7, and Ashley Holdness right in lane 8. So these guys all looking to get into the 16 over final, other than Toby Laguda, who's a 15-year-old, and it's the two central lanes at the moment. James Woodward, David Shipman, both Potters Bar with the advantage. Just swimming to get into the final. Maybe they want to get the middle lane. But those two just ahead of the rest of the field at the moment. Shipman versus Woodward. And then Ashley Holdness right in lane 8 for Watford in third place into the turn. Moving up slightly now then, James Woodward of Potters Bar finishes this heat 53.78. Second place, Shipman of Potters Bar 55.21. Third place, 56.28, was Jack Christie of Hemel. A disqualification for you. Event 201, that's this event. Heat 12, lane 4, disqualified for a technical infringement. And just to remind you, the age group medals from yesterday are still available for collection underneath the main scoreboard, and the age group medals will also be available for collection for these events today. So whilst we've got a short pause between events, let me just promote the Herts ASA Development Weekend. This is the weekend of the 18th of February and the 19th of February. It's at the Herts Sports Village, and there's a whole bunch of training and courses for anything to do with swimming. So if you're interested in getting involved in swimming or getting more involved, the following courses and workshops are available. So there's a safeguarding workshop and protecting children on the Saturday morning. NSPCC Time to Listen course, Saturday afternoon. Both mandatory courses for coaches and key volunteers in clubs, and they're very good courses, give you a good overview of child protection and the things you need to do to make sure the children and swimmers have a safe environment to learn to swim and develop in. Then there's the ASA Learn to Swim Framework Workshop, which is a pathway that offers progression for every type of swimmer, including those who aren't able to swim at all, to those who are more advanced and ready for competitive swimming. It delves into 4 frameworks within the Learn to Swim pathway. Badges and certificates are on offer. And I'm not entirely sure from that description whether it's aiming at teachers or swimmers, but I guess if you go to the website, it will give you more information. Then there's a Judge Part 1 workshop, and then a Judge Part 2 on the Saturday. Oh, it goes on. Let me turn the pages over. Right, as I said, there's a lot of these workshops, so we might not get through them all in this gap, but let's see where we get to. There's a promoters workshop, so that's for anybody wanting to promote or run events, whether that's club events or at a more higher level, such as the county or the regional levels. And then I'll just give you one more, and then we'll be ready to start the next event. We've got the UKAD, Understanding Drugs in Sport. So that's run by UK Anti-Doping, and it informs and educated about anti-doping rules and responsibilities of swimmers throughout their sporting career. I think that's a fascinating workshop because it is relevant to all swimmers, and we don't need drugs in sport, so it's excellent to get that message in right from the very beginning, because those who go on to the more senior levels need to be absolutely clear that they don't need any drugs or banned substances in their bloodstream. So I think we're ready to carry on. I'll give you the rest of these courses in a while. Okay, we're just tightening the lane ropes up so I can carry on giving you these course details. They are out in the lobby and on the website as well. So there's also the ASA England Programme's Parents Guide to Swimming, led by the head of ASA England Programmes, Grant Robbins, and it's aimed at parents of swimmers from all levels, specifically those aiming for county times and higher. Coaches and other club workforce members are also welcome. And Grant will speak about athlete development, what to expect at different stages, the pathway, and how parents can best support their child. So that's the excellent one for all parents. And coaches, clubs rather, to signpost parents to it so that the expectations of the parents meet those that the clubs can deliver. And I think any of us who are involved in running clubs, sometimes there's a mismatch between what parents think clubs can do and athletes should do and what coaches and the ASA thinks. That's a way of resolving that. Then in the afternoon, we've got the ASA Para Swimming Guide for Coaches, led by the ASA Para Swimming Pathway Officer, and he'll talk about, or she'll talk about, what is para swimming, an overview of the resources, the support available to teachers and coaches, and what the talent pathway is. So I went to, I think, a similar session a few years ago, and it was absolutely brilliant, I have to say. So well worth going to if you're interested in para swimming. And I think it's important that all our clubs try to be inclusive. So if clubs are aware of what's possible, then it's a lot easier to support those athletes with disabilities. Then in the evening, para swimming regional squad training observation opportunity. So it's an opportunity for coaches to watch a training session of para swimmers. Coaches can observe and ask questions, and you'll be able to see what happens at the regional level training of para swimmers. That's the Saturday, so a lot of stuff on the Saturday. And on the Sunday, Guide to Swim 21 workshop. So whether your club's considering gaining Swim 21, and all your clubs should be considering gaining Swim 21, or whether you already have the quality mark, the workshop will outline on the details of the process of how the accreditation works, what it entails, the benefits available for Swim 21, and that will be delivered by Leanne Brace. And I know the Swim 21 process has changed recently. Well, it's always changing, let's be fair, but it's changed recently. So it's an opportunity to get up to date and talk to Leanne, who's the East Region Development Manager, and she can explain the process and also what tools and resources the East Region can bring to help clubs. So I can't overemphasize how important Swim 21 is to clubs. Then in the afternoon, or a late morning rather, introduction to refereeing. It's an opportunity for starters to understand what refereeing is all about, and Sheila Mackenzie will lead that session, and then that session's repeated. So I'll give you the rest of these courses when we get another break, because we're ready to start our second event today. And that second event is event 202, the girls 100 meter breaststroke, 17 heats. This is heat 1, referee. So, 4 lengths of breaststroke now, a little bit slower than the previous event. So, a couple of messages for the swimmers. Can you get to the marshalling area a little bit earlier? We're a bit short of swimmers in the marshalling area. And also it's quite cold in the marshalling area, I'm told, so you might want to take a top or something to keep you warm whilst you're queuing up, waiting for your swim. And another message I need to pass on. Last night we had a little bit of a bad behaviour in the marshalling area. Some of the older boys in the IM event were acting inappropriately with... well, they're just acting inappropriately. Let's leave it at that. So you need to respect all the swimmers, and if you're queuing up for marshalling, please be respectful of all the swimmers. They may not be as good as you or as fast as you, but they're all here to compete. And as they get older, they may well be faster than you. So just bear that in mind, please, while you're in the marshalling area. So in the pool, Libby Lou Carde's in 2. Or rather, she isn't, but she would have been. Imola Josha of Hatfield in lane 3 and way out in the lead at the moment. Razor Vickery in 4, Layla Odara Burnett in 5, Tilly Stratford in 7, and Lottie Nicholson in lane 8. And a good fast swim here for Imola Josa. Entry time 1:49 and finishes on a 1:44.79. Then we've got Layla Odaro Burnett for Verulam, 1:46.28. And third place, Tilly Stratford of Hemel, her time 1:47.80. Heat 2, referee. Amber Harbour in lane 1, Hannah Brooke in 2, Sophia Pecky in 3, Charlie Maley in 4, Isabel Toon in 5, Katie Faulkner in 6, Emily Cairncross in 7, and Yasmin Meadows in lane 8. Katie Faulkner of Watford. Sorry, wrong lane. Isabel Toon of Watford in the lead at the moment in lane 5. As she comes down towards the halfway mark, turns 46.31. And the rest of the swimmers quite a bit behind her. Next one to turn, Emily Cairncross Hitchin. Her time at the turn, 49.22. So Isabel Toon out in the lead at the moment as she moves down towards the turn end for the final time. Isabel Toon in the lead, Emily Cairncross Hitchin, yellow hat in second place and quite tight for third place. Toon coming back down towards the start end. And third, well, it's all to play for. Katie Faulkner, Charlie Maley, both vying for third. Isabel Toon moving away strongly. Emily Cairncross, solid second place. And it's tight for third, but Charlie Maley of Tring coming back well as Isabel Toon finishes 1:40.48. Emily Cairncross in second, 1:43.36. Katie Faulkner in third, 1:45.85. Heat 3, referee. Rachel Anderson in lane 1, Lily Blount in 2, Jessica Warren in 3, Megan Worley in 4, Hannah Barker in 5, Grace Corley in 6, Kira Watts in 7 and Laura Stevens in lane 8. Grace Corley of Hemel Hempstead with the blue hat in lane 6 with the lead. Just over half a length to go. And then a couple of Watford swimmers in the middle of the pool for second and third place. Jessica Warren and Megan Worley. Back at the front, Grace Corley of Hemel coming in, 2 or 3 strokes to go. She finishes, stops the clock, 1:34.42. And the little Watford battle resolved in the favour of Jessica Warren at 1:37.85, and then just behind her, Megan Worley, 1:37.95. So we're going to have a short pause whilst I give you the qualifiers for the finals of the 100 free. So you've got 10 minutes to withdraw, so that takes you through to 10:30. So if you wish to withdraw from the final, please let the admin desk know by 10:30. And if you wish to withdraw, like I say, let the admin desk know, otherwise it's presumed you're going to swim. So here are the finalists. Lanes 10 and 11, ages 10 and 11. Jonathan Wyman, Max Hill, Kobe Cornwell, Thomas Godfrey, Jake Moore, Cub Madison, Jason Ho, David Badcock. The reserves, Fergus Reid, Daniel Hollis. 12-year-old category, Enzo Lim, Sam Pyfinch, James Gisborne, Peter Sueska, Alexander Williams, Alistair Walgrove, Daniel Ord and Oliver Carpenter. The 2 reserves, Charlie Taverner and Kieran Burkett. 13-year-old category, Michael Klemaszewski, Thomas Ogden, Noah Cornwell, Oscar Bryce, Keaton Ratch, Benjamin Green, Taylor Coe, Alexander Backhouse. The 2 reserves, Matthew Wyman and James Chapman. 14-year-old age group, Joseph Panesi, Marco Tontadonate, Daniel Murtagh, Daniel Martin, Zane Batt, Mateus Morse, Alfie Francis and Edward Jex. The two reserves, Devish Kapoor and Chips Chipperfield. '15-year-old age group, Reese Housden, Ish Rahim, Jude Gould, Toby Laguda, Yannick Wilson, Ollie Owen, Kieran McCarthy, Dominic McCarthy. The reserves, Tanin Kuristeem and Daniel English. And in the 16 and over, James Woodward, Alex Evans, Adam Martin, David Shipman, Jack Jackson, Jordan Northwood, Daniel Lush, Bradley Veach. And the two reserves, Alec Birchall and Ashley Coombs. So as I say, can you let the admin desk know by 10:30 if you wish to withdraw? And then I think we're ready to carry on with our breaststroke event. Heat 4, referee. Elizabeth Kelly in lane 1, Sophie Chen in 2, Jasmine Brackenbury in 3, Anastasia Wilkinson in 4, Isabel Geller in 5, Amadine Gertz in 6, Bethan Wall in 7 and Alice Field in lane 8. A disqualification for you. Event 202, Heat 3, Lane 2, disqualified for a technical infringement. So turning first at the halfway point, Antonio Jubb of Hatfield turns on a 44, entered on a 133, so just about on that pace, maybe slightly under it. As she moves down towards the turn end. And we've got Sophie Giorgio of Hatfield and Megan Jones of Hatfield, the two swimmers in second and third, but coming back on them fast, Jessica Coleman of Stevenage with a blue hat in lane 1. So can she come out of the transition? Well, she's not doing too badly there, so Jessica Coleman, one to look for as she moves up into second place. Meanwhile, back at the front, Antonia Jubb of Hatfield still in the lead in lane 5 with the black hat. And coming into finish then, Antonia Jubb takes the win. Her time 1:32.87. Second place, Sophie Giorgio, 1:34.30, and Jessica Coleman of Stevenage in third, 1:34.81. Heat 5, referee. So apologies on the last heat. I was reading the wrong set of swimmers. Wondered why the Hatfield swimmer had the wrong hat on, but now I know. Right, so this heat, Jessica Coleman in lane 1, Megan Jones in 2, Clara Livingstone in 3, Sophie Giorgio in 4, Antonia Jubb in 5, Tamsin Moran in 6, Gemma Nottage in 7, and Freya Dibley in lane 8. It's pretty tight here. Slight advantage to Sophie Giorgio of Hatfield. And just coming into the turn, we have Tamsin Moran of Berkhamsted turning. Actually, she turned second, 43.0, and it was in fact Sophie Giorgio turning first, 42.93, with Megan Jones of Hitchin third. They move up towards the turn end. It's pretty tight at the front here, but the Berkhamsted swimmer, Tamsin Moran, still in the lead. Hatfield swimmers pushing her hard. So Tamsin Moran versus Sophie Giorgio of Hatfield. as they come back down towards the start end. Giorgio in the lead. Clara Livingston of Hatfield in 3, moving forward as well. Still, though, holding on to a lead now, Tamsin Moran of Berkhamsted. Good final 10 metres or so to move into a solid first place, 1:31.43. Sophie Giorgio of Hatfield, 1:32.33 in second place. Third place, Clara Livingston of Hatfield, 1:32.34. Heat 6, referee. Kira Beaver in lane 1, Jemima Summels in 2, Georgia Pritchard in 3, Holly Robertson in 4, Lucy Coyer-Bell in 5, Jessica Robertson in 6, Libby Clayworth in 7, and Georgina Barlow in lane 8. Pritchard and Coyer-Bell turning pretty much together. Lucy Coyer-Bell of Costa, marginally in front of Georgia Pritchard of Hatfield. Nice long gliding stroke there from Lucy Coyer-Bell of Costa. She turns second, 40.93, just behind Georgia Pritchard of Hatfield, who turned on a 40.77. Lucy Coyer-Bell, though, still moving. Looks to me as she's moving into the lead now. Good, strong swim here. Lucy Coyer-Bell just ahead of Pritchard. Go into the final turn. Coyer-Bell touches first. Pritchard a 10th or so behind. Long underwater phase for Coyer-Bell. Ahead of Pritchard. And it's close for third place, but at the moment it's Jessica Robertson of Costa as the two leaders come back down towards the start. Just over 5 metres to go. Coyer-Bell ahead of Pritchard. Pritchard coming back faster those last few metres, but Coyer-Bell just takes it. In fact, no, dead heat between those two. Coyer-Bell, Pritchard finishing very well those last 2 or 3 strokes. Third place goes to Holly Robinson of Hemel. Her time a 1:31.61. Another disqualification for you. Event 202, that's this event. Heat 5, lane 4, disqualified for a technical infringement. So a little short pause whilst we check the pads on lane 1 and the backup button on lane 1. So the pads triggering on lane 1. So we're just going to check the pad in lane 8 to make sure that's working as well. That's working. So we're ready to start again. We'll be doing heat. So heat 7, referee. Yorwan Ellis in 1, Alice Richardson in 2, Dania Shepherdson in 3, Abby Larkman in 4, Katie Barder in 5, Jessica Keogh in 6, Emily Young in 7, and Lucy King in lane 8. And it's very tight as they go into that first turn. Larkman and Shepherdson going into the wall first, coming off the wall. It's Shepherdson and Larkman in second place. And not much to choose for third. Slight advantage perhaps to Lucy King of Hitchin with the yellow hat in lane 8. Meanwhile, back at the front, Dania Shepherdson of Cheshunt with the orange hat turning first on a 41.65. Pretty close across the rest of the pool, just a second or so splitting them. Abby Larkman in second place. Dania Shepherdson in first. Lucy King swimming well in lane 8 as they come up towards the final turn. King may have turned first, just slightly obscured from my view as they come back down towards the start end. Lucy King versus Abby Larkman versus Dania Shepherdson. Shepherdson and Larkman, stroke for stroke. Larkman with the slight advantage. Lucy King now, it could be close here. Lucy King coming back quite fast at the end there. It's on the touch. Lucy King second, 1:30.24. Larkman first on a 1:29.71. And Shepherdson of Cheshunt, 1:30.61 in third place. Heat 8, referee. Francesca PC in lane 1, Isabella Godfrey in 2, Caitlin Hartley in 3, Emma Clark in 4, Olivia Seal in 5, Ashley Cooper in 6, Lydia Zanetti in 7, and Ellie Hollis in lane 8. So all the times just under 1:30 in this heat, and it's pretty close. At the moment, we've got a couple of Hatfield swimmers vying for the lead. Caitlin Hartley and Olivia Seal. And it's Hartley turns first, 40.55. Seal second, 40.50 first. Seal second, 40.55. Ashley Cooper third. At the turn there. Moving up towards the third turn. Caitlin Hartley of Hatfield still in the lead. She turns just a little bit ahead now of Olivia Seal. Ashley Cooper Hitchin third with the yellow hat in lane 6. Coming down that final straight then. Isabel Godfrey of Costa swimming quite quickly, maybe going to catch Ashley in the last 15 metres or so. Back at the front though, Caitlin Hartley entered on a 1:28.99, finishes on a 1:24.78. Olivia Seal second, 1:25.57. Ashley Cooper of Hitchin third, 1:27.77. Heat 9, referee. Jessica Heesom in 1, Eleanor Smart in 2, Millie Fields in 3, Courtney Cross in 4, Ellen Northwood in 5, Eliza Connery in 6, Gemma Hansen in 7 and Isabella Chapman in lane 8. So a very close heat this. Jessica Hees on Potter's Bar. I was going to say she has a slight advantage, but not anymore. It's now Ellen Northwood of Berkhamsted. But on the turn there, it was Millie Fields turning first, Bishop Stortford, but nothing really much to choose between 5 or 6 swimmers here as they all move up towards the turn end. Looking to spot that wall, get the stroke absolutely right, not to waste any energy in half a stroke. And as they move towards that wall, touching it first, in fact, again, Millie Fields, Ellen Northwood, Eliza Connery, all touching it at the same time. They come back off the wall, still little to choose between them. Eliza Connery of Potter's Bar just beginning to move into ever such a slight lead. Connery, Potter's Bar, just marginally ahead of Millie Fields of Bishop Stortford. Connery then comes in, takes the win. Her time, 1:26.31. Millie Fields of Bishop Stortford, second, 1:26.89. And third on a 1:26.95, Ellen Northwood. Heat 10, referee. Holly Atkins in lane 1. Brianna Macy in 2, Alex Lawman in 3, Charlotte Anderson in 4, Becky Hooper in 5, turning on a 39.39 in first place at the halfway point. Isabel Harbour in 6, Aggie Burns in 7, and Sophie Taylor in lane 8. And holding on to a lead, Becky Hooper, Hemel Hempstead in lane 5. Going into the final turn, just ahead of lane 8, Sophie Taylor, and then Alex Lawman of Watford. So it's Sophie Taylor versus Becky Hooper as they come back down towards the finish. Alex Lawman, Brianna Macy also swimming quickly. So it's pretty tight for first, second and third. Slight advantage at the moment to Becky Hooper. 2 or 3 strokes to go. Becky Hooper takes the win, 1:25.17. Sophie Burns for Costa in second place, 1:25.47. And Alex Lawman of Watford in third, 1:26.04. And just before we start the next heat, let me tell you the reserves are now released for the freestyle event. So the one reserve that is being called up is aware of that. All other reserves you are now released from the freestyle finals. Heat 11, referee. Nia Jordan in lane 1, Clementine Waterhouse in 2, Bruna Rebello in 3, Sarah Mahmood in 4, Harriet Clements in 5, Amber Stratford in 6 rather, Katie Conyers in 7 and Emma Barker in lane 8. And turning first, Nia Jordan of Hatfield in lane 1. All the swimmers under the water. She comes up out of the transition phase first, but moving to the fore now, we have Sarah Mahmood of Hatfield also in lane 4. So a good Hatfield contingent here. And between them in second place, Clementine Waterhouse, Verulam. They go into the turn. It's Jordan ahead of Mahmood. with Waterhouse in second place. Coming off that transition though, Waterhouse just drifting back a bit. Jordan moving into lead, Mahmood in second place. And it's pretty tight for third, but at the moment it's Harriet Clements of Watford in lane 5. Into the final turn. Jordan first, then Mahmood. Pretty tight again, still for third. Waterhouse, Clements, Rebello, all vying for third place. Very good swim for Nia Jordan here in lane 1, a long way ahead of the rest of the field. She entered on a 1:25.59. She comes and finishes underneath that, a 1:27.73. And a good finish there for the Watford swimmer, Harriet Clements, to come in second place, 1:26.37. And Sarah Mahmood of Hatfield in a third, 1:26.58. Heat 12, referee. Caitlin Liu in lane 1, Fleur Heens 2, Libby Chambers 3, Nicole Eugenes 4, Chloe Burko-Boateng in 5, Ellie Galvin in 6, Ellie Nellis in 7, and Daria Theobald in lane 8. And it's the two outside lanes turning first. Daria Theobald Hitchin in lane 8, Caitlin Liu of Hatfield in lane 1. As they come back down towards the halfway point, pretty much in a line across the pool at the moment. Little to choose between them. Slight advantage to Caitlin Liu of Hatfield. Coming back strongly, Chloe Burko-Boateng of Cheshunt. And it's Chloe that turns first, Fleur Heens second. Elina's third, so changing around a little bit as they come into the turn. Still a very straight line across the pool. Swimmers moving up towards the turn end, 5 meters to go into the red part of the lane ropes. Burko-Boateng turns first, and almost the rest of the swimmers turning at the same time. It's going to be a close race this. Who's got the strength in the last 15 meters or so? Burko-Boateng in the lead, coming back, Nicole Eugenes. Also Fleur Heens, Ellie Nellis. Is going to be very tight indeed, too close to call at this point. And a very nice final few strokes there for Nicole Eugenes of Costa. She takes the win, 1:23.23. Fleur Heens of Watford, 1:23.60 in second. And Chloe Burko-Boateng of Cheshunt in third place. Heat 13, a referee. Izzy Salisbury in 1, Leanne Abry in 2, Megan Pope in 3, Chloe Lavin in 4, Heidi Gibbons in 5, Marcia Billingham in 6, Amy Pemberton in 7, and Jessica Bond in lane 8. At the halfway point, Amy Pemberton of Berkhamsted turning first, 38.68. Moving away slightly from the rest of the field. The closest to her in second place, Megan Pope of Cheshunt in lane 3. And coming back on both of them, Izzy Salisbury of Berkhamsted. Izzy swam well yesterday, got into some finals, I think. Meanwhile, back at the front, it's Amy Pemberton, then Megan Pope and Izzy Salisbury, 1, 2 and 3, coming back down towards the end. Amy Pemberton, Berkhamsted in the lead. Almost a body length ahead of the rest of the field. Fast finishing Chloe Lavin of Costa as Amy Pemberton takes the win, 1:22.42. Second place goes to Megan Pope of Cheshunt, 1:23.94, and just a little bit behind her on a 1:23.97 in third, Chloe Lavin of Costa. Heat 14, referee. Leanne Carey in 1, Ella Norton in 2, Scarlett Tang in 3, Emma Killen in 4, Keelan McKenna in 5, Millie Clark in 6, Neem Kelly in 7, and Ella Murphy in lane 8. And Leanne Carey of Watford turns first in lane 1 at the 25 metre mark. 75 metres to go. Up out of the underwater phase, still in the lead. Just behind her, Ella Norton of Hatfield in lane 2. Those two vying for the lead. With Keelan McKenna of Hemel with a blue hat in lane 5 in third place. They're coming up towards the first turn. Leanne Carey turns first, 37.84. But swimming faster than them at the moment. Keelan McKenna of Hemel, she's moved up into the lead. Keelan McKenna moving up towards the final turn. She turns first. Then it's Leanne Carey in second place for Watford. So McKenna starting to move out away from the rest of the field. Coming back fast, Neem Kelly. So Kelly finishing very fast indeed, might even take the win. She does. Kelly takes the win. Her time 1:20.54. McKenna in second place, 1:20.61. And third place, Millie Clark for Cheshunt, 1:21.20. Heat 15, referee. Vicky Brackenbury in 1, Juliet Merrily in 2, Jessica Leitner in 3, Sophie Payne in 4, Erin O'Meara 5, Megan Wickham 6, Jessica Farrow 7, and Faith Green in lane 8. Erin O'Meara into the turn first, comes out from the underwater phase in the lead, a long underwater phase there for her. Erin O'Meara for Watford. Sorry, Megan Wickham for Bishopstorp. No, I was right. First time. Erin O'Meara for Watford. Turns first, 35.92, followed by Megan Wickham. And then Vicky Brackenbury. But very good swim here for Erin O'Meara. A long way ahead of the rest of the field. Body length ahead of everybody. As she goes up towards that final turn. Erin O'Meara turns. She's going one way. All the other swimmers go in the other direction. And Megan Wickham and Jessica Leitner. Erin O'Meara, the very strong swim. Entered on a 1:16.39, going to be a little bit underneath that. 1:16.36, so only a little bit underneath that. And then Sophie Payne in second place, 1:19.72, and Megan Wickham in third for Bishop Stortford on a 1:20.02. Heat 16, referee. Alice Fender in 1, Eleanor Bacchus in 2, Chloe Ogden in 3, Laura Copping in 4, Nadine Smith in 5, Emily Sullen in 6, Georgia Perkins in 7, and Sonia Lauder in lane 8. So this is our penultimate heat of this event. Then we'll have heat 17, the final heat. Then there will be a 5-minute break, after which we'll commence the finals of the 100 freestyle. So there'll be a 5-minute break after we finish this event. Meanwhile, in this event, Emily Sellen of Watford turns first, 36.06 in lane 6 with the red hat. A little bit behind her, Nadine Smith, Laura Copping of Hatfield. Those two just beginning to move away from the field, with Alice Fender of Hemel Hempstead with a blue hat in lane 1 in 3rd place as they go up to the final turn. Coming back down towards the start end. Emily Sellen versus Laura Copping for the lead. Laura Copping coming back strongly on the back half. And this last few strokes, Laura Copping moves into the lead. Emily Sellen in 2nd place. Laura takes the win, 1:16.33. Emily in 2nd place on a 1:16.89, and 3rd place goes to Chloe Ogden of Bishop Stortford. Her time 1:18.47. Heat 17, referee. Lucy Molly in lane 1, Grace Stedman in 2, Alara Norton in 3, Abby Hurst in 4, Ashley Ransom in 5, Louise Fiddis in 6, Eleanor Williams in 7, and Abigail Green in lane 8. Ashley Ransom of Hertford in the lead at the halfway point. Actually turns 2nd, but on a 36.38. Abby Hurst just ahead of her, 36.16. Ashley Ransom, Abby Hurst, Lara Norton, 1, 2, and 3. With Grace Stedman of Costa in lane 2, just putting all those swimmers under a bit of pressure. Ashley Ransom then still in the lead. Abby Hurst, Lara Norton, 1, 2, and 3. They come down, half a length to go. Ransom just beginning to move away from the rest of the field. It's close between Hurst, Norton, and Stedman. Stedman coming back fast. Ransom, can she hold on to this? Hurst's got a nice long stroke there at the finish, but in the end, Ashley Ransom takes the win, 1:17.37. Hurst 2nd, 1:17.50. And 3rd goes to Lara Norton of Hatfield, 1:18.04. Do you want 11 o'clock start run or a 10:58 start? So that concludes our 2 events for this morning. We'll be doing the finals in a few minutes. The finalists for the boys 100-metre freestyle. If you can make your way to the marshalling area in the next few minutes, please. And then as soon as I have them, I'll give you the finalists for the girls. And then you can make your way to the marshalling area at the appropriate time. So we've got a 5-minute break, so we'll be starting just before 11 o'clock. Officials, if you need to have a short break, I'm sure that's perfectly fine in the 5 minutes. Just to thank some of the people who have helped make today possible. Mosaic FX Productions, who have done the rigging of the poolside here. To 3 Strands Media, providing the camera work and the video feed to go onto YouTube, and to After Dark, who provide the PA and the music system. So thank you to all of them for their support. I'll leave you with After Dark for a few minutes, a little bit of music, and I'll be back with you for the finals in a few minutes' time. Thank you. Just done that.
We'd just like to say hi to Anita Shipman and a very, very happy birthday to you.
So I've got the finalists here for the women's 100 breaststroke rather. So I'll give those to you. You've got 10 minutes to withdraw, which takes you through to 11:10. If you wish to withdraw, please let the admin desk know. And just before I start this, can I remind all the swimmers for the 100 free to make your way to the marshalling area, please. So the finalists for the girls' 100 breaststroke. 10 and 11-year-old finalists. Grace Corley and Megan Worley, Amandine Gertz, Emily Cairncross, Rachel Anderson, Imola Josa, Charlie Maley and Layla Odara Burnett. And the two reserves, Yasmin Meadows and Amber Harbour. In the girls' 12-year-old age group, Lucy Coyer-Bell, Georgia Pritchard, Dania Shepherdson, Tamsin Moran, Holly Robinson, Isabel Geller, Antonia Jubb, and Atasia Wilkinson. And the two reserves, Elizabeth Kelly and Gemma Nottage. In the 13-year-old age group, Neem Kelly, Ella Norton, Caitlin Hartley, Caitlin Liu, Harriet Clements, Millie Fields, Bruna Rebello and Ashley Cooper. The two reserves, Isabel Godfrey and Abby Larkman. In the 14-year-old age group, Erin O'Meara, Grace Stedman, Millie Clark, Eleanor Williams, Nicole Eugenes, Fleur Heens, Chloe Burko-Botang and Chloe Lavin. The two reserves, Izzy Salisbury and Jessica Bond. The 15-year-old age group, the finalists, Sophie Payne, Georgia Perkis, Sonia Loudon, Nia Jordan, Vicky Brackenbury, Ella Murphy, Ellie Galvin, Sophie Taylor. The two reserves, Ollie Seal and Sarah Mahmood. And then in the 16 and over age group category, Laura Copping, Emily Sellen, Ashley Ransom, Abby Hurst, Alara Norton, Chloe Ogden, Nadine Smith, Megan Wickham. The two reserves, Alice Fender and Keelan McKenna. So if you wish to withdraw, please let us know by 11:10. If I could ask all the officials to go back to your positions, please. All officials, if you go back to your positions. And if we can have all swimmers, please, for the 100 breaststroke final to make your way to the marshalling area. We are about to start the first of the finals, so please, all swimmers, make your way to the marshalling area. So if I just find my sheet, which tells me who's in the 100 backstroke finals. Here we go, 100 freestyle even. And then we can introduce them to you. So let's commence the finals for the 100 freestyle. The first final, the 10 and 11-year-olds. Your finalists are as follows. In lane 8 from Bishop Stortford, David Badcock. Lane 1 from Hatfield, Jason Ho. Lane 7 from Hatfield, Cub Madison. Lane 2 from Potters Bar, Jake Moore. Lane 6 from Costa, Thomas Godfrey. Lane 3 from Potters Bar, Kobe Cornwell. Lane 5 from Stevenage, Max Hill. And in lane 4 from Royston, Jonathan Wyman. Referee. First heat underway, though. First final underway, rather. 4 lengths. This is for the championship medals now. And a good strong swim for Royston's Jonathan Wyman in lane 4. Fastest entrant into the wall first. Can he hold on to this? Reasonably small club, Royston. Be great to see them win an age group final. And he's moving away from the rest of the field is Jonathan. He's now got a body length up on the rest of the field. His entry prelim time 1:12.08, turns on 33. That's a long way under a 1:12.08 if he can hold on to this. Still moving away from the rest of the field. It's close for second place. Slight advantage to Max Hill of Stevenage. And then it's all to play for third as Wyman just beginning to tire up a little bit, going into that final turn. Lost slight part of his lead, but still got a couple of meters. Comes back off the turn. Needs to hold on for another 15 metres. Can't see anybody catching him now. Coming back into second place, Jake Moore, Potters Bar in lane 2. So it's close for second place. Moore coming back. Wyman tying it up, but he's going to take the win. Excellent. 1:11.21. Second place, Potters Bar, Jake Moore, 1:13.10. And third place, Max Hill for Stevenage, 1:13.68. If you can clear the pool towards the scoreboard side, please, swimmers. Clear the pool towards the scoreboard side. The 12-year-old finalists in lane 8 from Costa, Oliver Carpenter. Lane 1 from Watford, Daniel Ord. Lane 7 from Costa, Alistair Woolgrove. Lane 2 from Watford, Alexander Williams. Lane 7 from Hatfield, Peter Zaweska. Lane 3 from Bishop Stortford, James Gisborne. Lane 5 from Tring, Sam Pyfinch. And in lane 4 from Watford, Enzo Lim. Referee. All reacting much the same time, not too much to choose over the first half length. Enzo Lim for Watford, fastest entrant, 1:08.16 in lane 4. Him and Piefinch turning at pretty much the same time. Sam Piefinch swam very well yesterday for Tring. Coming back off that turn, it's Piefinch with a slight advantage over Enzo Lim, not far behind them. Peter Sueska of Hatfield. Enzo Lim goes into the turn at the halfway point with quite an advantage, 31.95 against 32.44 for Sam Piefinch. Peter Sueska third, 32.75. It's going to be now on the conditioning, who can hold on to it. Enzo Lim looking good at the moment, moving away from the rest of the field slightly. Almost a body's length advantage to go into that final turn. Enzo Lim comes out of the wall first. Piefinch in second place. Peter Sueska in third with James Gisborne, Bishop Stortford in lane 3 coming back fast. Piefinch putting Enzo Lim under a bit of pressure. Enzo Lim though should hang on to this one. He's got 2 or 3 strokes to go. Enzo Lim takes a win, 1:06.76. Sam Piefinch in third, 1:07.36. Peter Sueska of Hatfield, 1:07.61. The top 3 in the 12-year-old final. Clear the pool to the scoreboard side, please, swimmers. Clear the pool to the scoreboard side, please. Just to let you know that the withdrawals from the finals are now closed. So you can no longer withdraw from the finals. The 13-year-old finalists in lane 8 from Hatfield, Alexander Backhouse. Lane 1 from Cheshunt, Taylor Coe. Lane 7 from Watford, Benjamin Green. Lane 2 from Watford, Keaton Ratch. Lane 6 from Costa, Oscar Bryce. Lane 3 from Potters Bar, Noah Cornwell. Lane 5 from Bishop Stortford, Thomas Ogden. And in lane 4 from Hatfield, Michael Klimaszewski. Referee. Klimaszewski of Hatfield in lane 4, the fastest entrant, 1:00.94 based on the prelims earlier on. And he goes into the first turn just ahead of the rest of the field. Benjamin Green, lane 7 for Watford in second into that turn. Klimaszewski though coming off the wall well. Klimaszewski, Ogson, Noah Cornwell, 1, 2 and 3. Klimaszewski though moving away from the rest of the field very well indeed. Turns on a 28.82. Then we got Ogden and Cornwell, second and third. Klimaszewski moving away strongly, looking very well in control. Ogden looking pretty solid in second. Cornwell maybe a little vulnerable for third. From Oscar Price of Costa in lane 6 as Klimaszewski turns for the final time, up out of the transition. Half a length to go. Klimaszewski first, Ogden second, Cornwell still in third. Bryce putting her under pressure. 5 meters to go. Klimaszewski comes in there. Good strong swim. Entered prelims 1:00.94. Just under that 1:00.16. Thomas Ogden in second, 1:02.13, and Noah Cornwell in third for Potters Bar, 1:03.95. Can you clear the pool towards the scoreboard side, please, swimmers? Clear the pool towards the scoreboard, please. The 14-year-old finalists in lane 8 from Costa, Edward Jex. Lane 1 from Potters Bar, Alfie Francis. Lane 7 from Hemel, Mateus Morse. Lane 2 from Cheshunt, Zane Bat. Lane 6 from Costa, Daniel Martin. Lane 3 from Hatfield, Daniel Murtagh. Lane 5 from Bishop's Stortford, Marco Tontodonati. And in lane 4 from Costa, Joseph Panesi. Referee. So can we go sub a minute for these swimmers? Some of them hovering around there on their qualifying times earlier on. It's a fast starting Alfie Francis for Potters Bar in lane 1. He turns first. Comes out of the transition phase, still in the lead, but we're expecting the middle of the pool to start to power back. Alfie Francis, so in the lead. As they move up towards the halfway point, he's got a metre or so advantage. Must be, what, a 10th? Francis turns first, 29.34. Just 2 100s behind him, though, is Daniel Murtagh of Hatfield, 29.36. So Francis is going to have to work hard to hold on to this. Up into the final turn. Francis. Out of transition phase first, but coming back very strongly now. Daniel Murtagh of Hatfield in lane 3. And lane 4, Joseph Panesi of Costa. Panesi of Costa just coming through that last 10 metres or so. Panesi's going to take the win. Takes the win. 1:00.29. Just under his prelim time earlier. Second place, Marco Tontodonati. And third place goes to Alfie Francis of Potters Bar. Clear the pool towards the scoreboard side, please. Can I just remind people at the top of the stairs on the spectator area not to stand in front of the scoreboard, please. The 15-year-old finalists in lane 8 from Costa, Tanin Kuristim. Lane 1 from Hoddesdon, Dominic McCarthy. Lane 7 from Hitchin, Ollie Owen. Lane 2 from Harpington, Yannick Wilson. Lane 6 from Hatfield, Toby Laguda. Lane 3 from Hitchin, Jude Gould. Lane 5 from Berkhamsted, Ish Rahim. And in lane 4 from Hatfield, Reese Housden. Referee. So some very fast swims in the prelims to get into this final. Reese Houston with the fastest entry time by some way in lane 4. Maybe the other swimmers were just sandbagging a bit. Reese goes into the first turn first. Reese Houston in the lead. Toby Laguda in lane 6, putting him under pressure, maybe. Houston turns first, 26.36. Laguda second, 27.13. And Ollie Owen of Hitchin third, 27.71 at the halfway mark. Moving up towards the turn end, Reese Houston with a huge advantage at the moment. Toby Laguda in second place. They're fighting for third now. Jude Gold just moving to third for Hitchin in lane 3. We got a good fast finishing Ish Rahim of Berkhamsted. Meanwhile, back at the front, no doubt about it whatsoever. Reese Houston finishes in first place at 53.64. Second place goes to Toby Laguda on a 56.12, and third Ish Rahim on a 57.55. Swimmers, if you could clear the pool, please, to the scoreboard side. The 16 and over finalists in lane 8 from Bishop Stortford, Bradley Veach. Lane 1 from Cheshunt, Daniel Lush. Lane 7 from Berkhamsted, Jordan Northwood. Lane 2 from Bushy, Jack Jackson. Lane 6 from Potters Bar, David Shipman. Lane 3 from Potters Bar, Adam Martin. Lane 5 from Hitchin, Alex Evans. And lane 4 from Potters Bar, James Woodward. Referee. Our last final underway. Should be close. The time's not far off each other. A lot of good swimmers here as they go up towards the turn. Lane 5, Alex Evans turning just marginally ahead of the rest of the field as they come back down towards the start end. Evans just moving away ever so slightly from the field, but it is ever so slightly. We're just talking about a tenth or so, or less than that, a arm's length or so. Evans turns first, 26.22. Got to hang on to this as he goes up to the far end. James Woodward, Potters Bar, putting him under pressure to his right. Daniel Lush, Cheshire in lane 1, not far behind them. They go into that final turn. Evans just ahead of Woodward. All to play for still. Woodward versus Evans. Woodward just beginning to move forwards now. Alex Evans going to be under pressure. Can he do this one? Woodward moving into the lead. Woodward's going to take it. Woodward takes a win, 53.63. Alex Evans in second place on a 54.20, and Adam Martin, Potters Bar, third, 54.80. So that concludes our 100 finals. Well done to all our swimmers. If you could clear the pool towards the scoreboard side, please. And then we'll start with our next final, the girls' 100 breaststroke. So we're looking to schedule the session 5 warm-up for 12:15. I'll just confirm that at the end of this next set of finals, but 12:15 is when we're looking for the warm-up for session 5. The girls 10 and over 100-meter breaststroke finals. This is the 10 and 11-year-old final. And in lane 8 from Verulam, Layla Adaro Burnett. Lane 1 from Tring, Charlie Maley. Lane 7 from Hatfield, Imola Josa. Lane 2 from Hatfield, Rachel Anderson. Lane 6 from Hitchin, Emily Cairncross. Lane 3 from Costa, Amadine Gertz. Lane 5 from Watford, Megan Worley. And in lane 4 from Hemel, Grace Corley. Referee. First of our breaststroke finals underway. Quite a spread of qualifying times. Grace Corley qualified on a 1:34.42. Then we go out to a 1:46 for Layla Adaro Burnett. But as they go up to that first turn, there's only about half a second splitting them. Nothing like a final to make you swim fast. And at the moment, Grace Corley going to form, moving away from the rest of the field now on that second length. Very good swimming here from Grace. Nice long underwater glide. Turns on a 44.84. Second place at the halfway point, Amadine Gertz, followed by Megan Worley. As Grace Corley still moving away from the rest of the field. It's quite tight for third place. We've got a few swimmers vying for that. Emily Cairncross, Rachel Anderson. There could be third, with Megan Worley in a nice solid second. A little bit of a gap between second, third, fourth and fifth now. Grace Corley though from Hemel, pretty much in a league of her own, I think it's fair to say, as she moves away from the rest of the field. Nice strong breaststroke this. 1:34.92 in the prelims, 1:32.52, so a very strong swim there for her. Second place, Megan Worley of Watford, 1:38.05, and then 1:38.49 in third, Amadine Gertz of Costa. So well done to all our swimmers in that heat, or that final, sorry. If you could clear the pool towards the scoreboard side, please. The 12-year-old finalists in lane 8 from Hatfield, Anastasia Wilkinson. In lane 1 from Hatfield, Antonia Jubb. Lane 7 from Tring, Isabel Geller. Lane 2 from Hemel, Holly Robinson. Lane 6 from Berkhamsted, Tamsin Marin. Lane 3 from Cheshunt, Danya Shepperson. Lane 5 from Hatfield, Georgia Pritchard. And lane 2 from Costa, Lucy Coyabel. Referee. Should be a close final this. Lucy Coyabel, Georgia Pritchard, exactly the same time in the prelims. They are racing each other. Can't remember which way round it was, but I think Georgia just caught Lucy up, or vice versa. And it's those two going out first. So Georgia Pritchard in a red hat in lane 5 versus the Costa swimmer Lucy Coyabel with a blue hat in 4. And there's nothing to choose between them. In third place at the moment, Daniel Shepherdson of Cheshunt in the orange hat in lane 3. The two swimmers in the middle there, 39.96, 40.01, just 0.05 between them. So 5 100ths. Lucy Coyabel just moving away, but it's hard to tell. And you don't know what they're holding back for that final length. Meanwhile, Shepherdson versus Moran for third place, with Shepherdson with a slight advantage. Lucy Coyabel, in fact, they touched the water exactly the same time. This is going to be close. Who's got the strength and who wants it the most? It looks like Pritchard just moving away from Coyabel now. It's the furthest they've been apart. Coyabel going to have to work hard. Pritchard's going to take it though. She's moving away every stroke. Excellent final 25 there. Georgia Pritchard takes a win, 1:24.84. Long way under her entry time. Lucy Coyabel second, 1:26.00. And Daniel Shepherdson of Cheshunt, 1:29.30. Well done, swimmers. Excellent that. Clear the pool to the scoreboard side, please. The 13-year-old finalists in lane 8 from Hitchin, Ashley Cooper. Lane 1 from Hatfield, Bruna Rebello. Lane 7 from Bishop Stortford, Millie Fields. Lane 2 from Watford, Harriet Clements. Lane 6 from Hatfield, Caitlin Liu. Lane 3 from Hatfield, Caitlin Hartley. Lane 5 from Hatfield, Ella Norton. And in lane 4 from Hatfield, Neem Kelly. Referee. Our 13-year-olds underway. A lot of Hatfield swimmers here, a lot of pink hats in the water. And there's not much to choose between them. Bruna Rebello of Hatfield maybe in the lead in lane 1, but her, Neem Kelly, Ella Norton turning pretty much at the same time. As they come off the wall though, it's the swimmers in the centre starting to dominate, with Ella Norton just ahead of Neem Kelly. Now Neem's beginning to take it back. Neem Kelly from Ella Norton and Caitlin Hartley. So Kelly turns first, 38.54. Then Hartley, then Norton. Going back down towards the turn, and Kelly just beginning to move into the lead. But Norton and Hartley aren't done yet as they go up towards that final turn. Niamh Kelly's going to turn first. She turns first. Then it's Hartley, then Norton. Kelly's got the longest or biggest lead she's had so far. Just beginning to split slightly on that middle of the field. Kelly in the lead. Hartley second. Norton and Lou vying for third. Norton moves up into second place as Niamh Kelly comes in. Broke the field in the final 25, 1:19.79. A very dominant win in the end. Ella Norton second, 1:22.09. And Caitlin Hartley third on a 1:22.61. Can you clear the pool towards the scoreboard side, swimmers? So 2 disqualification announcements for you. In event 202, in the first final, lane 2 was disqualified for a technical infringement, and lane 6 was also disqualified for a technical infringement. So that's event 202, the first final. The 14-year-old finalists in lane 8 from Costa, Chloe Lavin. Lane 1 from Cheshunt, Chloe Burko-Botang. Lane 7 from Watford, Fleur Heens. Lane 2 from Costa, Nicole Eugenes. Lane 6 from Watford, Eleanor Williams. Lane 3 from Cheshunt, Millie Clark. Lane 5 from Costa, Grace Stedman. And in lane 4 from Watford, Erin O'Meara. Referee. Up out of the underwater phase, and it's Erin O'Meara from Watford with a silver hat in lane 4 with the advantage. She's a couple of seconds quicker than the rest of the field based on the qualification rounds earlier on, so we would expect her to win this. Erin O'Meara just behind her, Grace Stedman, and then Millie Clark of Cheshunt. Erin O'Meara coming into the halfway point. Turns first, 35.97. Stedman second, 36.70. Then Fleur, Eleanor Williams, Watford third, 37.79. Erin O'Meara still holding on to this. It's O'Meara, Stedman, Williams, 1, 2, and 3. Into the final turn. O'Meara turns, then Stedman turns, then Williams. Good race for the rest of the positions, but 1, 2, and 3 fairly safe at the moment. O'Meara coming back down, half a length to go. Stedman pushing her, but she's not going to catch her. Erin O'Meara then, over the 2 metre mark. Last stroke, hits the pads, 1:16.52 her time. Second place, Grace Stedman, 1:18.62. And third place, Eleanor Williams, 1:19.58. Can you clear the pool towards the scoreboard side, please, swimmers? Just to remind all swimmers that the medals, the age group medals, can be collected both for today and yesterday underneath the big scoreboard at the medals table, where they'll be presented to you by our president, Murray. The 15-year-old finalists in lane 8 from Costa, Sophie Taylor. In lane 1 from Costa, Ellie Galvin. Lane 7 from Harpenden, Ella Murphy. Lane 2 from Hitchin, Vicky Brackenbury. Lane 6 from Hatfield, Nia Jordan. Lane 3 from Hitchin, Sonia Loudon. Lane 5 from Hemel, Georgia Perkis. And lane 4 from Hatfield, Sophie Payne. Referee.
Take your mark.
15-year-olds final underway. Sophie Payne in lane 4, fastest entrant, 1:19.72. But it was pretty close between her and Georgia Perkis on 1:19.76, and it's Perkis that turns first. On the first turn, Perkis in the lead. Sonia Loudon in the yellow hat, not far behind. In fact, it's pretty blanket, very close here. Perkis, Payne, Loudon, Brackenbury. Turning first amongst those, Sophie Payne, as they move down towards the turn end. Payne not really dominating this yet. Sophie Payne just ahead of Perkis. Then we've got Loudon and Brackenbury, the two Hitchin swimmers. Brackenbury just moving up into third place. Payne turns first. Then we've got Loudon and Brackenbury. Georgia Perkis just drifting back a little bit. Quick sneaky look at Sophie Payne over to her left as she starts to accelerate, moves away from the rest of the field. Loudon and Brackenbury vying for second and third as Sophie Payne comes up, takes the win. Nice strong win there, 1:18.68. Sonia Loudon for Hitchin in second, 1:20.46, and the other Hitchin swimmer, Vicky Brackenbury, third, 1:21.04. So thank you, swimmers. If you could clear the pool towards the scoreboard side, please. And just a quick announcement for the spectators primarily. We're short of volunteers for this afternoon's session. So if you're able to volunteer to help out on marshalling, gate, whatever, no prior experience required. If you're able to do that, if you could come and find Anna at the admin desk, then she'd be more than happy to allocate you a job, and you will get a refund on your admission. So there's always an upside to helping out. Our last final then, the 16 and over finalists in lane 8 from Bishop Stortford, Megan Wickham. Lane 1 from Hatfield, Nadine Smith. Lane 7 from Bishop Stortford, Chloe Ogden. Lane 2 from Hatfield, Alara Norton. Lane 6 from Berkhamsted, Abby Hurst. Lane 3 from Hertford, Ashley Ransom. Lane 5 from Watford, Emily Sellen. And in lane 4 from Hatfield, Laura Copping. Referee.
Take your mark.
Off the swimmers go then. Should be fairly close. The entry time's pretty close. Nothing to choose between them at the moment. as they move up towards that first turn. Marginally in the lead was Emily Sellen of Watford in lane 5. She comes up still in the lead. Laura Copping putting her under pressure. Those two raced well in their heat, both in the 116s on their entry, on their heat time. It's Copping with a slight advantage over Sellen, and just behind them Ashley Ransom of Hertford, 1, 2 and 3 at the halfway point. So Copping and Selling just moving away from the rest of the field at the moment. Laura Copping with the advantage for Hatfield with the pink hat in lane 4. Just beside her to her left at the moment, Emily Selling of Watford with the black hat, a red hat rather. And then third place is Ashley Ransom and Alara Norton, pretty much joint third. Back down towards the start. Laura Copping just moving away now from Emily Selling. Half a body length, really putting the power down that final half length. Laura Copping then comes in to take a very strong win in the end, 1:15.50, long way under the seed time. Emily Sellen in second place, 1:17.10. Ashley Ransom for Hertford third, 1:17.59. So thank you very much, swimmers. Clear the pool, please, towards the scoreboard side. That completes all the swimming for this session, session 4. Thank you very much to all our swimmers, the coaches, the volunteers, the officials, and the backroom staff. We'll be recommencing proceedings.